Question number 2 says a learner constructs a push toy with blocks. One of them is 4 kilograms, the other 2 kilograms as shown in the diagram. And there is a rope connecting those 2 blocks. And there is tension between the 2 ropes, which is labeled T. And the applied force is 30 newtons at an angle 30 degrees. And the coefficient of kinetic friction between the surface and each block is 0.12 newtons. Sorry, 0.12. The 5 questions we're supposed to answer. So let's proceed and go straight to question number 1 that requires us to state Newton's second law of motion in words. Newton's second law of motion in words says when a net force acts on an object, the object will accelerate in the direction of the force, and the acceleration is directly proportional to the force and inversely proportional to the mass of the object. I think that's straightforward. You remember that from your books. Make sure you know all the laws and definitions. That's where you get easy marks. The second question says calculate the magnitude of the kinetic friction force acting on the 4 kilogram block. Looking at the diagram, we are given that mu k equals 0.12, and then we know that Fk is mu k times n, where n equals mg, because these blocks are on a horizontal surface. Remember from the previous lessons, the normal force is always equal to mg for objects on the horizontal surface if there is no angle involved in the direction of the force. So for the 4 kilogram block, we have Fk equals mu k times mg, and if you substitute your values, your mu k is 0.12, your mass is 4 kilograms, and your gravitational acceleration g equals 9.8. Use your calculator nicely, you get a kinetic friction force acting on the 4 kilogram block is 4.704 newtons. The third question says draw a labeled free body diagram of all forces acting on the 2 kilogram block. If you look at the 2 kilogram block, there is a force 30 newtons acting at an angle 30 degrees. So and then we have we also have the normal force acting on that block, and then we have Fg acting on that as well as friction. So we get our free body diagram as shown with 5 forces: normal force pointing up, frictional force pointing to the left, tension to the left, and the gravitational force pointing down, and the applied force at an angle 30 degrees. That would give you 5 marks, 1 mark for each arrow. The last question, calculate the magnitude of the kinetic friction force acting on the 2 kilogram block. We are given that mu k equals 0.12, and if you look at the vertical forces for the 2 kilogram block, you have got the normal force pointing up and the vertical component of 30 newtons applied force, which is Fy pointing down and Fg pointing down. Remember, forces, sum of forces going up, or sum of upward forces equals sum of downward forces. And from Fk equals mu k times n, where n equals Fy plus Fg, we have Fk equals mu k times Fy plus Fg, where Fy equals F sine theta. In this case, theta is 30 degrees and Fg is just simply mg. If you continue with your substitutions, you find Fk equals mu k times F sine theta plus mg. and you put your values there, you get mu k is 0.12, and then f sine theta is 30 times sine theta is 0.5 plus m, the mass is 2 kilograms, times g, acceleration due to gravity, which is 9.8. If you simplify that, you find your Fk is equal to 4.152 newtons. Thank you for watching this video. Until we meet in the next video.